All right, race fans, we're live tonight here at Volusia Speedway for some dirt track racing. And that's right, we're here live on the Accelerated website here for some awesome VLR. It's kicking off the Big 3 Series sponsored by Accelerated. Tomorrow night is the first of the Big 3, but Tuesday night you're going to see myself here on OSR Network bringing this thing live to you. Well, we got a special one here, a little test of what you're going to see. Obviously some UMP modifieds out here right now with about 9 minutes of practice. Well, myself right now, we got 75 degrees, 86 degree track temp, and we got not quite a half-mile track here, a little bit up under it. But as always, I'm Joe White up here in the booth. Hey, and I am accompanied tonight by Blake Mosley. Is that right, Blake?
Yes, sir, Blake Mosley.
All right, good deal. Well, Blake, I tell you what, man, you are a dirt tracking guy. Tell us what we're going to see out here, man.
Looking at the track right now, I think you're going to see a lot of sliders here late in this race. Track's really coming together pretty good. Starting to see a little black groove form right there along the bottom side. So we should be some pretty good racing tonight.
Man, you know, and it's always good to have somebody up here at the booth that's a dirt track legend, so to speak. And that's, I know a lot about the ovals. I am learning a lot of what's going to happen here with these dirts, and I'm proud of these guys, man. Let me come on here to actually call this action. Definitely get a look at some of these cars. Did a UMP race the other night, and I'm going to tell you, man, just watch. I call them, they look like kind of the sideways cars because these guys are just crooked going around the track the whole entire time.
Well, yeah, you got to figure these guys are on 8-inch wheels. I mean, they don't have a lot of tire there for the power they have, so they're going to be slipping and sliding tonight.
And that's what it looks like so far. Let's say we've got about 8 minutes in practice. We're here at Volusia Speedway tonight for the UMP Modifieds here, live on the Accelerated Facebook site, bringing this thing to you here. Myself here at OSRN. I want to appreciate the guys at VLR and Accelerated letting us bring this awesome action. And you can just tell, man, two little southern guys up here going to call this thing. And again, just hope you enjoy it. Hope you like it. I'm going to get educated on some dirt. I always say these guys are about to throw some dirt in the face and throw some mud out there at somebody and put these things sideways. And we're going to see some kind of rubbing and racing as I saw the other night with the UMPs.
Yeah, you should see some pretty good racing tonight. Practice just finishing up here. But the way the track's looking right now, tonight's going to be a great night of racing here at Volusia Speedway Park.
No doubt about it, and you're right. We're going to head off into a small qualifying session here right fast. Well, these boys at Volusia, let's see if we can get this thing, man, set up for us here. As we'll, they'll do a fast qualifier. As it looks like right now, you know, Blake, so I want to say Brett, so bad, my bad. Blake, I had Brett in the booth with me last couple nights, man, and but Blake, you know, again with these cars, what I saw the other night, I mean, was just some awesome stuff, and I see that, man, advancing out there to the qualifying. I appreciate it, but I see these guys out here, and they kick these things sideways. What is the difference between what we're going to see with the UMP car and the super late model car?
Well, the big difference you're going to see is the stability of the car. The late models run on a little bit wider wheels, so they have a lot more stability in the corner. The modifieds, on the other hand, very little rubber on the ground, similar horsepower, and they throw the power down. And these things are wild and crazy.
Okay, and you know what? It was wild and crazy the other night when I watched these guys, just throwing it everywhere. And there's Garrett. Look there in the second spot. Look like Austin Matthews right now. It's got the top spot as he's got a good time of a 17.175, and that's an outstanding time out here. That's pretty quick. Is that like a majorly quick time that you've seen here at Volusia?
On a track like this, that's pretty quick around here, and these guys are really doing a great job of keeping these things together. These cars are all about throttle control, and that's going to be the key to winning tonight. Throttle control when this track starts slicking off.
No doubt. Well, right now looks like old Kyle, and again, that's like Blake told us, hey, you're going to have to apologize on some of these names. We'll get them right as the season goes on, but Kyle Roski, Man, I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to start to say the thing.
I think it's Rachinsky, is what it looks like.
That sounds Rachinsky. That sounds right. And look at Tommy Dutcher right there putting it on top with a 17.165. He's got the 722 machine a blasting around here with Volusia. That's a good time right there.
Yeah, these times are really close for the track. I mean, your top 10 is separated by just a little over a tenth. So that's pretty good around here. I think we're going to see some very, very close racing tonight with these modifieds here at Volusia.
What about the track conditions? Are you seeing anything out there that is maybe catching your eye?
It looks like it's starting to really groove up in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is still trying to come together, but 3 and 4 is definitely coming around. So that corner might be a trouble spot here later on in the night. Nice.
Tell you what, I want to appreciate everybody filing in here. We got a packed house already watching us over there, and apologize. I could see the Accelerated and the Team VLR, man, chat out there. Really can't see a lot of the other ones here on the Facebook side of things. But I do want to appreciate everybody tuning in. If you've got any comments or anything, I definitely, after the race, I always love going back and reading them and replying myself. And I know Howard and all the guys at the Accelerated site there, they'll reply back to you. And it's good to see, man, these guys out here. Because starting tomorrow, we kick off actually the VLR presented by Accelerated. And their Facebook site's going to be bringing all this action. One of the big threes tomorrow night kicks off, and then you'll see another one on Tuesday night. Myself and Blake. Oh, you're going to be up in the booth with me then?
Yes, sir. Every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. That's
nice. Well, man, looks like our qualifying has concluded. And I tell you what, these guys are about to grid it up. Is we're going to go to our heat race number 1. We got 9 drivers out here that are about to do it. So, Blake, you want to take us through our grid in order here to start these first 9 drivers off?
Yes, sir. And heat number 1, starting on the pole, is going to be leading Pena in that 06 car. Starting second, it's going to be David Hellman in the 28 car. Starting second row inside is Garrett Nieberger. I, again, apologize for the names. He's in the 19 car tonight. Tommy Dutcher starting fourth in that 722 car. Starting fifth is going to be Kyle Morris in the 93. Starting sixth is going to be the 83 of Caleb McLaughlin. And starting seventh is going to be the 96 of Wes Kirchner. Starting eighth is going to be Nicholas Rochinsky. And it looks like rounding out the field here in ninth is going to be Levi Poland in the 91.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good grid, guys. First 9 guys. And I believe how it works here, I think we were talking about it earlier, Blake, was the top 3 advance on to the first consolation or main feature, and then the other 4, I believe, gets inverted and goes off into some of the other constellations. Again, folks, all this information, I'll have it wrote down and remembered by the time we get here Tuesday, and I will have it 100% right tonight. We're just doing this kind of warm-up race for to get this stuff kicked off and to get all the viewers out there kind of warmed up to the 2 Southern guys up here, so it's awesome. That's that. Hey, right, look, Blake Maneri shouting your name out. Blake, new announcer on board tonight. Absolutely, man. I tell you what, there's a pace truck setting off. I tell you, I like watching these guys take off here, man. Kind of get a little goosebumps, man, watching the race as we're getting set to go. Green flag racing here at Volusia. First of the night here. We got 4 cars inverted for each heat. And Caleb McLaughlin, he was on the pole, absolutely, right here. So here we go. Blake, I tell you, fasten the seatbelts. It's about to get a little hairy up here. I always say they're about to kick it sideways as that pace truck's tuning around here and about to set these guys loose here at Volusia Speedway. We're going to see a battle of the lifetime up front. We got 10 laps here in the heat number 1 as we're getting set tonight here at Volusia. I love watching these guys because it's going to be electric out here as we see that Accelerated dirt machine sponsor there. I can see a few of them. Sometimes a little hard to see with these guys, but pace truck coming out of turn. About to set sail here. As I know I'm talking here, but we're trying to get this thing, man, going. As normally we would, they do a couple laps. I'm used to doing 1 lap on the oval side of things. Again, we'll get everything, man, straight and get right. We got Howard down here, but pace truck's in. Here we go. We're going green flag racing as these boys are storming around in turn number 1. You already see the man in second place, Garrett, right there. And you already, let's look at that guy up front as he storms off. What do you think so far, Blake?
Yeah, right now it's the leading Pena out front early in this one. It looks like David Hellman might have a little bit of a run there coming off of turn 4. He's going to try to peek to the inside off of turn 2. And don't look like he's going to have enough to do it. But the big battle is back there for the 3rd spot between Garrett Nieberger and Tommy Dutcher. And it looks like that's going to be Dutcher to the inside, and he's not going to have enough to make it happen.
No, he's not right there. Just has to fall back in line. Still battle up front. You got that 06 leading. He is trying to lead his way to the victory lane in heat number 1 tonight as Garrett is right there. But hold up. Don't count it out. We got the man up there, too. That looks like David Heileman. It's part of the Heilemaniacs.
Yeah, Heileman looks to the inside in 1 and 2 again. He just can't get the power down. Again, it goes back to what I was saying. 1 and 2 is super slick. It's all about how you get the power down.
Yes,
it looks like he might have another run here off of 4 and not enough to do it.
Man, I'll tell you what, you're right. And from what I'm seeing here, it's basically a picture-perfect scene of what I saw the other night with these UMPs. These guys looks like they almost can take that inside lane, but just can't quite get the thing to stick as they're coming off the turns.
Yeah, the best term for it is synchronized sliding. That's almost what it is. These guys are inches from one another, and somehow we're not wrecking. And now it looks like we might have Tommy Dutcher looking to the inside for that 2nd spot as we go into 3 and 4. And he's going to try to slide up, and not going to do it. David Hellman still in 2nd.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Heilemaniacs are jumping up and down, loving every minute of it. And Howard down here for a minute. What's going on there? Garrett's last name is pronounced Nieberger. Nieberger? Is that right? I think we'll bring Howard back down here. He'll pronounce it for us. But he put it out there. The thing says Nieberger. I think that's how it's pronounced. But hey, Blake, right now you said the synchronized sliding, almost like synchronized swimming. Well, these guys out here definitely got to be synchronized on doing it. And they're looking good so far as Tommy is trying everything he possibly can to get inside of David. Just can't quite make that move stick yet, as he's still sitting in the 3rd place spot.
Hey, Joe, it is Nieberger.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
I'll be down here to pronounce last names for you all night.
Hey, all right, well, folks, there you go. Howard Weaver in the house, and I know if Tracy's out there watching, she's already just fell out of her chair in excitement because I know that woman, she loves the Weaver. That's the way she puts it. So I appreciate it. So Nieberger, okay? And I know. Go ahead.
We're starting you guys off tough with this heat race. Look at all the big last names in here. I don't blame you.
Well, you know, and here's why I told Blake before this one. As actually Heat Race 1 concluded, it's just that's how fast it is here as we're heading off into Heat Race 2, folks. But just real quick, man, I'm going to tell you what. I told Blake before I said, I'm going to probably ask him probably 1 million times before this season's over on some of these last names. And I appreciate the drivers just kind of working with us on that.
Yeah, there's that heat was a lot tougher. I'm in this heat actually, and the names look a lot easier. Matthews, Brown, Weaver, Martin, James, Hartman. That's pretty easy. Ray.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, good luck out there.
Yeah, thanks. I can be your onboard commentator if I have to.
I hear you.
All right, though.
Oh, look, Howard says he's going to relate. Well, let's hope not. Well, Blake, I tell you what, man, you want to take us through the grid and order out here?
Yes, sir. Starting on the pole is going to be Blake Brown in that 74. Starting outside of him is going to be Jeremy Ray in the 75. Second row in Weaver. Starting in the 4th position is going to be Austin Matthews in that 67. Starting 5th is going to be Shane James in the 3. Sorry about that. And starting in the 6th position is going to be the 24 of Ryan Martin. Starting 7th is Dave Hartman in the 12. Starting in the 8th spot is going to be John Elkins in the 23. And I do believe that's all we have in this one, just 8.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I tell you what, like I said, Howard Weaver's out here. You know, some big names out here. And you talk about Jeremy Ray, he's out there along with it. Blake Brown there. That first heat, man, those guys were lighting it up. Just a prelude of what we're going to see. Got a couple more heat races here. Actually, one more after this. Then we head off into, I believe we've got a D, C, and a B main before we go off into our feature tonight. The pace truck coming around the turn here, Blake. I'm going to tell you what, you want to take us to the green flag this time?
Gladly. It looks
for it.
like it's going to be Blake Brown coming to the green flag as they come around the middle of 3 and 4. And pace truck about to pull in here. And pace truck is down, and we are green flag. Blake Brown leading to the green flag. And outside of him is going to be Jeremy Ray in that 75. And we're 3 wide in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. And it looks like 75 might have got hung out to dry there, but he come back down. And now coming to the inside is Howard Weaver. Weaver now moving up into that 2nd spot.
Man, I tell you what, Blake, right there, 3 wide. They are still 2 wide, and the 75 machine of Jeremy's trying to put that thing in the middle. He's using that high line a little bit, but down low, he's got his hands full with the 3 of Shane James, who is still trying to kick that thing in there. Can't quite make it groove, but up front, Howard Weaver is sticking his nose on the inside of the 74 Blake. Got mash button, man.
Sorry about that. Push talk sometimes don't work. But, it's still Blake Brown out front. Weaver now on his bumper. He might give him a little shove into the corner, a little bit of assistance. And back there in that 3rd spot, still Jeremy Ray hanging on to the transfer. But it's still Blake Brown, Howard Weaver, Jeremy Ray, your top 3.
Absolutely. Boy, 74 looking good. He's holding off a hard charge in 07 of Howard Weaver. And you got Jeremy Ray right there. But, boy, Howard is trying everything he can. Like you said, he got that synchronization going on. As the airman Blake kind of floats up the track a little bit, might leave that door open if he keeps on. As the 07 of Howard trying to stick it in there, they're going to go side to side. He's got the top spot from him as of right now.
Yeah, and Blake Brown looks like he was going to try to power off the corner there, but couldn't make it work. Now Shane James going to take a peek to the inside, and they're 3 wide across the line.
Man.
Shane James on the inside, Brown in the middle, and Howard Weaver up top. Weaver getting the power off of turn 2. Brown's going to fall back in that 2nd spot. Jeremy Ray going to fall back into 3rd.
Well, I tell you what, Blake, man, right now, if it does not get you jumping up and down and get goosebumps on your arms, then, well, wrong place for the viewers. I mean, because right now these guys are definitely doing everything they can and are flipping back and forth that position. The high side, the 07 there of Howard Weaver, but on the inside, Blake Brown and Jeremy Ray are just sitting back there in a dogfight for the top 3 spots.
Yeah, that last time across the line, Brown only 1/10 back from Weaver. They were literally separated by a nose. And now looks like Blake Brown going to look back to the inside again and can't make it stick. Jeremy Ray still in that 2nd spot. Howard Weaver up front. But it looks like Ray is going to take a peek to the inside again off of turn 2. Laps are winding down in this. I believe this is actually the white flag lap here. And off of turn number 4, this is going to be a close one to the line, side by side. And it looked like Weaver got him. Yes, man. Weaver got him.
By a foot, Blake, and I'm going to tell you, that was close. You know, and we were watching right there, Blake Brown, as we're heading off into our third heat, Blake Brown bumped the wall coming out of the turn, but, whoo, I'm going to tell you what, we had to take a breath on that one, because that's what we're going to see in the features and all the other consolations. Wow, this thing is just starting to really heat up out here, and that was awesome so far. What do you think?
Yeah, this is just eye candy for the feature right here. Just to think this is a heat race. We still have a long time to go before we get to the main event.
Man, I tell you what, I'm having fun. I hope all the viewers are having fun. Blake, you having fun?
Always, man. I love some good dirt racing.
Man, no doubt about it. Hey, I do come from the oval side of things, love my NASCAR, but man, I love these guys getting out here, and I call it being playing in the dirt box out here. And these guys are definitely showing us what they can do, and it amazes me from every time I watch them, the skill that they can keep these cars under control. I got a hard enough time walking, straight, rather than trying to drive sideways.
Yeah, these cars are wild and crazy. Like I said before, it's all about the throttle control with these UMP mods. Let's take a look here at heat number 3, the lineup. It's going to be Terry Gray on the pole in the 18 car. Starting outside of him is going to be Tyler Collette in the 31. Starting in 3rd position is going to be Randall Carter in the 37. Starting 4th is going to be Kyle Rochinski in the 00. Starting 5th is going to be Cody Olson in that 5 car. Starting 6th, Gotta scroll up here. He's at the top. Starting 6th going to be Dennis Partridge in the 99. Starting in the 7th position is going to be Curtis Uphoff. And starting 8th on the field tonight is going to be Brayton Wallace in the 6th car.
Well, here we go. Heat race number 3, last one of the night before we start our mains here. And it's been fast and furious action so far here for the Accelerated VLR, presented by Accelerated here tonight. Here we go. Green flag in the air. These guys, man, storm off. Tyler gets a good jump out front.
Yeah, he got the early lead there. And back in that 2nd spot right now is Tyler Collette. It's actually Terry Gray up front. Okay. Terry Gray hit the point.
Man, right now, I'll tell you what, Blake, the man out front, Terry Gray, and Tyler right there on his back bumper. They're looking like they're in a dogfight up front. Can that 31, though, stick his nose under there and make him push the Terry up top? Right now, they're sitting side by side.
Yeah, again, these cars, the inside line is a little quicker than the outside, and they get together there in the corner, and it looks like now Randall Carter going to take a peek to the inside there. But now from 4th up to the 2nd spot, that is Kyle Rachinsky. So Rachinsky now up to 2nd as Randall Carter, I believe that is, looking back to the inside off 4.
Man, I tell you what, contact right there between the top 2 knocked the man from the 18, Terry Gray, back to 4th. That left the door open for Kyle and old Randall right there as they drove it in there, and right now sitting 2nd, 3rd in the transfer spots. But don't count out Terry Gray in that 18. He's trying everything he can to get it back up there in that 3rd place spot.
Yeah, Terry Gray's definitely got a quick car here tonight. He showed it in qualifying, obviously starting on the pole. And he's right now sitting in 4th spot, but don't count him out. We're only halfway through this thing, so he's got plenty of laps to make it back up there. But it's still Tyler Collette, Kyle Rachinsky, Randall Carter, and Terry Gray, your top 4.
Yeah, a good race right now as they're all single file, kind of being very respectful. You have to actually pretty much the whole entire field here, all the way back to 7th spot, are single file Ryan, but still the top 3 guys are right there nose to tail, so any one of these guys could make that slide job happen up front.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to push the cushion right now. We still got a couple laps left in this, but with about 1 to go, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Rachinsky try to pull something off here to get a win. I mean, every spot counts on the track in the main, so a win here could put you in a good situation for the main.
Absolutely it can. And right now, the man up front who's got this one under control, Tyler, he's looking very good in that 31 machine. But, boy, right there behind him at any point of the time, that 00 Kyle, he can put it inside and maybe take that spot away, as Randall Carter also is right there as he's looking as the laps are winding down.
Yeah, they're going to be coming to 1 to go this time. And Rachinsky, he's there if he wants to make it happen in the middle of 1 and 2. And actually, it looks like he might try to do it here. He gets into him, and that also collects 3rd place Randall Carter. So now Carter slides high. Terry Gray now up to the transfer spot.
Man, and a checkered flag this time out of the last turn. Can Terry Gray hang on to it? But Randall Carter's right there. And I'm going to tell you, wow, Terry Gray was up front, and he got that last transfer spot because contact there at the end. Woo! Well, I'll tell you what, that was what you call fast and furious as we're heading off into our B main here to start this one off. So far, Blake, man, like I always say, you blink and the action's over. You go into the next room, we're into next week. It has just been nonstop, you can't breathe style of stuff happening tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely some good racing tonight. And I think it's only going to get better as the track tries to slicken up a little bit more, as everything here carries over. So everything you're seeing now, you're definitely going to see in the main.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, we got a big one here. 16 cars out here going to line up here for the B main tonight here, folks, before we take it off into our feature. Blake, want to give us a rundown on our starting order out here?
I'm trying to find it here. I cannot find this starting order for some reason. So I have a couple of technical difficulties here.
That's all right. Well, we know we got 16 of them, and we pretty much, you can kind of see who we got out there. The viewers can see who is who and what. Unfortunately, between the heats and the mains and all, the grid thing don't work, and I kind of rely on what he's got on. But we got B main that's coming, then the A main right after this one. So We got a B and an A, and then the feature.
All right, I think I
Am
found
I
the
right?
lineup here.
I hope I'm right. I think that's right. Well, go ahead
All
and go
right.
through it.
Finally found a lineup here. It's going to be Garrett Nurberger in that 19 car on the pole. Starting second to his outside is going to be Ryan Martin in that 24. Starting in the third position here is going to be Randall Carter, just coming up short there in that last heat race in that 37 car. And starting in the fourth position is going to be Caleb McLaughlin, starting fifth. And again, these things are spread out a little bit, so it's hard to find. Starting fifth is going to be Austin Matthews in that 67. Starting sixth is going to be Cody Olson. And starting in that seventh spot is going to be Kyle Morris, it looks like. Starting eighth is going to be Dave Hartman. Starting ninth is going to be Curtis Uphoff. Starting 10th is Wes Kirchner. Starting 11th here tonight in the B main is going to be Shane James. Starting 12th is Dennis Portridge. Starting 13th is Levi Poland. Starting 14th is John Inkins. And 15th is going to be Brayton Wallace.
All right, green flag right there. You heard it, folks. As they take off, man up front, Austin, he's got that 19. Excuse me, my bad. As I'll say, Garrett, he's got the 19 machine out front as Randall Carter's right there in second. And there's a good battle going on for actually the third and fourth place right now between Ryan and Austin.
Yeah, right now Garrett Nurberger starting to pull off to a little bit of a lead here. In that second spot is Randall Carter, the one that came up just short there in heat race number 3. Back in the third spot is Ryan Martin as they storm off down the back straightaway. The battle is back there for about the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot, though.
Yeah, it is. Got Cody Olson and Kyle Morris right there in the 5th and 6th spot as they going side by side, looking very good so far. That 5 machine's up high. The 9's trying to look on the inside of Kyle. Can't quite get that position on him because the top 3 right now are running nose to tail in a single file. But the 67 in front of them, Austin, trying to look on the inside of Ryan. Can't quite get that opening that he needs. And right behind them, I don't know if you saw that, the 29 machine went up on the curb and upset that car massively.
Yeah, he got very upset there in the middle of the corner. And these cars will do that. Taking a peek up here to the 3rd and 4th spot, the battle right there heating up actually between about 4 cars if you include the 93 of Kyle Morris and the 5 of Cody Olson. And he takes a look to the inside there, and I don't think he's going to have enough to make it happen off of 4, and he doesn't.
No, he don't. 24 Ryan, he powers on the outside, makes it work. At 67 Austin, right now these guys definitely are doing what they need to do here to try to keep these things in lines. The top 2 are pulling away. They got a 1.7 second lead. The leader does over the 3rd place man Ryan, and he's still got his hands full. Randall Carter right there on him, but the battle's back here. And you're going to look here though, Blake, 5th and 6th place spot. Cody and them, those 2 cars are side by side beating each other half to death. The 93's around.
Yeah, he just got loose there and had a little help getting turned in the corner, and I think we're going to have a big pile up back here.
You know what? He got through that. Nobody else spun, but a lot of guys, man, got collected as the checkered flag is out here. I don't know why. The thing is not showing the right laps of why, but either way, hey, like Garrett is about to take this one to the end.
Yeah, I think they ended that a little bit early there, but
Yeah, they did.
but it was definitely Garrett Nurberger and Randall Carter leading that field, no doubt, pulling away by 3.3 seconds. That's amazing in just 8 laps.
Yeah, I was wondering, maybe I wasn't the only one seeing we still had about 4 laps to go.
Yeah, getting a little bit of word down there, but yeah, I could have swore we had at least 7 more laps to go. It shows 15.
Yeah.
Sorry, it does show 8 up there.
Yeah,
I figured it'd been 15.
Anyway, either way, I know we're going to do a little warm up, and then I believe we're going to switch servers. So we will we'll keep the stream going and whatnot, but I think it's time we're actually going to switch over to a different server. Folks, don't go anywhere, because we've got a slew of people. To give us about 5 minutes for the feature to come up, I'm going to bring up our little splash screen right here for us. And right now, Blake, I mean, what we saw here tonight, got no words for it. It was just electric. I mean, is there anything you saw out there that, as a driver or something, you might have done different?
I do see that outside line coming in here about halfway through this feature. A couple guys were working it. The inside's still pretty quick right now, but that outside line is definitely going to come in here late in the race as the track gets a little bit more wear on it. And I think you're going to see some high side passing here later on in the feature.
Nice. Good deal. I'll tell you what, folks, man, as we're getting this thing set up here right now, as the guys are getting this the server set up here so we can get on our feature race tonight here for the VLR presented by Accelerated for the UMP Modifieds. Don't go anywhere because we're get your refreshments. Tell everybody in the house, look, be quiet, calm down. We're about to go racing, dirt tracking that is tonight. And whew, just like that, I mean, we blew through some of those heat races very quickly, and it was just electric to watch every one of those heat races tonight.
Yeah, we had some great racing tonight in the heat races. And to think they're only heat races, we still have a main to go tonight. You get all those guys together in one big race, I think they're going to put on one heck of a show tonight.
No doubt. All right, well, I'll tell you what, man, just waiting for this thing to come up. Well, Blake, what you think about this action? I mean, hey, and what you think about the broadcast? Like I say, it's the first time I've been up here. You know, I don't know if you've done any broadcast stuff before or anything, but hey, give us the insight on what you're thinking.
Yeah, I've been a part of broadcast, but not on iRacing. I was actually on a game called Dirt Tracking the Game. And I know a bunch of them guys tonight are watching, and I appreciate them checking us out. But everything's going pretty smooth, if you ask me. I'm enjoying myself, and again, like I said, love dirt racing.
You know, and I definitely like it. It's different. It's definitely exciting. I like, man, these guys, and again, it amazes me every time I watch them, you know, come out here and sling these things sideways. I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. I don't know all the lingo like you guys know, but I'm getting there, man. I'm learning as we go.
Yeah, it takes a special breed of person to drive a car inches from a wall, going sideways in the corner. And these guys, they've got some guts. Even though it's a sim, most of these guys do race in real life, and you know this is the closest thing to it. Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, we've gotten a slew of comments from a lot of people out there, and I will definitely get up with a lot of you after the race and definitely check it out, because I know we got a lot of the viewers watching that have been here and watched throughout this whole entire thing. Loved it, man, loved it. And like I say, right now, folks, we are switching servers over to it, but I do want to throw up right fast, right there on the screen, the 2018 VLR sponsors and affiliates for the Big 3 series. You can just read off a who's who out there. Obviously, Accelerated. We've got Dirt Specials, Volusia's out there, just to name a few. I mean, there's a ton of them there. Definitely check it out. So we just got word the A main will be up here in just a few moments. Is there anything out there, man, that you could throw out to these folks, Blake?
Other than you guys get ready for some great racing tonight. I mean, you're going to see 2 and 3 wide action here at Volusia. Volusia is one of my favorite tracks to, I reckon, race at. It's my first time calling a race here. But, if them heat races have anything to do with the mains, we're going to see some 2 and 3 wide racing here. And it wouldn't surprise me if we go green most of the way. Everybody was keeping it pretty clean.
Absolutely. Definitely. So, with that said, we're still waiting on the server to come up. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in. And we'll see if I can't, while I'm waiting here, see if I can't get any of the comments out here. Because I always love, man, just checking out. There's Scott Pete. Love it. Mr. Blake Mosley. Congratulations. There you go. You know who Scott Pete is?
Yeah, he was one of my dirt tracking regulars. I'm sure there's a bunch of them out there watching this. They've all been waiting for it and asking me before this. I probably had 10, 15 messages of them guys asking, when's it going to be up? Well, it's up and I'm here. So,
there you go.
I appreciate it, you guys.
Hey, man, as always, I'm just trying to look through some of them here. Got Leo Pin out there, just to name a few. Let's see. On the comments here, see who else we got out here. Just kind of see if we can't get going through. Brooks out there, Trimmel, Robert, just to name a few out there. Larry Osborne, Jacob Welder, Andy. There's Tracy. There you go. No, Tracy had to show up. She's definitely out there. Robert Shelf. I see a Logan out there. So just looking through. I mean, we got so many comments out there. Wow, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at some of them now, and just about every one of these guys comment. I know them pretty well.
Nice.
And again, most of them, they came from my dirt tracking guys, and they stuck with me for 2 or 3 years, and I made the switch to iracing, and they respected it. So I can't ask for nothing better. I got some great friends out there, and I appreciate every one of them watching.
And there's nothing wrong with that, like you just said. I mean, definitely coming over. We are on iracing.com, and I always say it's about the realest thing that you can get without actually going out spending, millions of dollars or whatever it costs to get behind the wheel of some of these awesome, bad, fast machines. So definitely, if you like what you see, check it out, man. TeamVLR.com, accelerated on their website, which is where we're at here live tonight, bringing you all this action here from Volusia Speedway. I was still waiting for the feature to pop up here. We'll get the A main going for you guys tonight, and it's going to be a awesome one so far that we put on. We've had some heats. We've seen a lot of beating and banging. We've seen a lot of dirt getting kicked up. But we're not done with it yet. We're about to put some of the best out here. So I'd be interested to hear what some of you folks out there think about how me and Brett sound. You like the way we sound? If you don't like the way we sound, well, then let us know that too. I love constructive criticism. I don't know about you, Blake. You like constructive criticism, man?
Yeah, tell me if I'm doing bad, and trust me, I ain't going to take it to heart. I'll try my best to do better.
There you go. That's the best way to be, man. And I'm going to tell you, that's how you get better on anything. That's why I try to tell people it's how you get better, well, pretty much through the whole thing of life. And that's how these guys out here are some of the best when it comes to iRacing in general and dirt tracking out here. And I know you were talking about it earlier. You said, man, because I know you run a dirt league yourself. And with that said, you came out here and you saw some of the guys, and the first thing you said was, man, these guys are fast. I don't know the difference between what is mega fast and what's mega slow when it comes to dirt.
Yeah, these guys are getting around the track about as fast as you can get around it. And every one of these guys started from the bottom and worked their way up. I mean, the iRacing brought dirt to us last year, and nobody had any experience on this type of platform. I mean, we had an R factor, but that's nothing compared to this. All these guys started from the bottom, worked their way up, and they deserve to be here tonight.
No doubt. I agree with you right there. I mean, most of it was the road side and the oval side, and you're right. iRacing obviously brought about dirt last year, and it has been a huge success, especially with the many other dirt franchises out there are promotions, and a lot of the tracks coming on board as sponsors. Like I say, on the screen right now, you can just read. That's a who's list of dirt tracks there, of sponsors and affiliates that are coming on board just for this Big 3 series, and prizes that are being brought out too, Blake. We got, they're giving away, I believe in one of them, they're giving away a special custom rig that was made with the Team VLR or VLR logo on it. And I believe Chad Wheeler, if I'm not mistaken, is the one who actually made that for them. And that's being brought to one of the champions. Now, I'm not sure what series. I don't know if it's actually the UMP or the super late models. It's one of them. So maybe Howard Weaver can chime in on that for us out there. But I do know that is one of the actual prizes for the championship in the Big 3.
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures of that sim rig, man. That's pretty nice. It don't get much better than that. Those guys put out some great rigs. I've seen plenty of pictures of them before, and it don't get any better than that, I promise you.
Absolutely not. I have too, and it definitely looks very, very nice. Seen it kind of in development there a little bit, and I gotta admit, Chad and them boys over there do some awesome work, and it very well looked nice. I liked it. So definitely going to be an awesome prize for someone who comes out of here as the champ, and well deserving, because they're going to have to. I just from what I've seen and what I've heard, they're going to have to go up against some of the best of the best.
Yeah, one thing I don't think you're going to see in these series is a guy winning 2 or 3 in a row. It's not going to be somebody walking off with it. These are going to be decided by last lap, or at least last 5 lap passes. I don't see anybody walking off with this one tonight from what I've seen in the heat races, and I definitely don't see it happening in one of our other events.
Yep, there you go. I'm not sure who the favorite is coming into obviously we and you obviously will be doing the super late model series. We're doing UMPs tonight to get a kind of a feel for one of the big threes that'll kick off tomorrow night. But I'm not sure who's kind of our favorite going in to our driver wise. And like what you said, from what I've seen from super late models and from what I've seen in the past, most of the passes have come on the last lap and whatnot.
Yeah, that's just dirt racing for you. I mean, one mistake can cost you the race. I mean, you make a mistake with 5 to go, and second place, third place is going to make you pay for it every time. That's typical dirt racing.
And and it works that way in all forms of racing, the road side, the oval side, and whatnot. But hey, folks, I tell you what, I want to appreciate these guys at Accelerated. I want to appreciate the guys at VLR, TeamVLR.com. for letting myself come up here and broadcast and bring you this awesome action. And from OSRN, we call it OnlineSimRacingNetwork.com. You can check us out, man. We're here 6 days a week. We do many different series, many different leagues. I actually got a race tonight. You can check that out, obviously, at OSR Network on YouTube, Twitch, and you can check it out on iRacing Live on the front side portal there, which will be brought to you tonight. Going to do some Daytona-style racing, as we were watching the race earlier on, and that was a wild one. So let's see what happens. So we go from dirt to oval, and got a little bit of everything out there for everybody. Blake fell asleep.
No, I ain't fell asleep. Sitting there waiting for the server to go up. But yeah, going back to that Daytona earlier, that was a wild one there at the end.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing what you do going from dirt to asphalt. It's 2 different animals there, and the wrecks are always harder on asphalt.
They are, and don't get me wrong, like I say, I'm learning. I love the dirt stuff here is very exciting, and I like it. Getting really used to it. Obviously, I do a couple races a week here. I obviously do some VLR, Team VLR Midnight Madness on Thursday nights. If you're a late nighter and don't mind staying up, 12 o'clock midnight on Thursday nights, hey, we bring it to you live on the Team VLR, TeamVLR.com Facebook page, and bring you the action of those guys over there. They flip between different cars. Got a SRA dirt, we bring it. So we've got some dirt, man, we bring here. Obviously, Tuesday nights here live with the Accelerated on their Facebook. Brought to you here from those guys. We're going to have one of the big threes, super late models here, the VLR presented by Accelerated, and that'll be live on the Accelerated website or Facebook site, which is what we're at here live tonight. And again, I want to appreciate everybody tuning in and being patient, because getting word out there. I know it looks like Howard is and KT, they're trying to get the server up. iRacing kind of just want to be a little pain, but that's okay. We'll get this thing up here and we'll be rolling.
Yeah, Howard and the boys, they do a great job here at VLR. Howard, he's double duty and actually triple duty tonight, from race admin, racer, and he's going to be our perfect translator tonight for some of these names.
Yeah, maybe I need to bring him around and say, man, he's going to be the official OSR Network translator.
Yeah, I think that'll stick a little bit. Howard, the translator Weaver.
There you go. Absolutely. Oh man, I tell you what, we're looking pretty good right now. Kind of getting set here, getting ready for some awesome dirt track racing. I know everybody out there, being patient. We appreciate y'all being patient and definitely waiting in here. Andy out there, come on, let's go. Hey, we're working on it, man, I tell you. These are fixed series, Donald. They sure are. They're all. No, wait a minute. I might be wrong. They might not be fixed series.
I believe they're open.
I think, yeah, I'm sorry. I think they are open. My bad. These guys actually do their own setup. So, 360s, I think they do have a 360 series that they're actually going to run too. So,
yeah, I believe the 360s are on, I think, Sunday nights or something.
Yep.
And then Tuesday nights is Supers, and I think Wednesday nights is the UMP mods. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And I understand everybody out there, they're antsy to race, but I promise you, ain't nobody more antsy than the drivers right now.
Well, I think the server is up, so I think we might be able to go in there. Let's get this thing loaded up here, and like I say, we're gonna get some racing. Notice they didn't put a password on it this time, so maybe that was the issue last time.
Yep, server is finally up. So we'll see what these guys are looking like once we get in there.
Absolutely. We'll get everything set up for you guys, man, and definitely get everything rolling for you here. Give me one quick second. We're definitely going to go dirt track racing for the feature tonight here, Volusia Speedway. And it's been a very, very good one. As yeah, everything is held up here so far. Good deal. All right. Well, let me bring up my ATVO here, and we will kick this thing off for them. All right, well, I tell you what, right there you go, folks. Seeing it here live. These guys, man, are out here storming around this place, getting set, getting warmed up here to do some racing around at the Volusia Speedway. And we've got, looks to be, quite sure the total number, but looks going to be about, what, about 16 machines again.
Yeah, I believe they said everybody that qualified is going to make it to the main, or everybody that ran a heat race. Had a couple guys have some issues with connection, so I'd be curious to see how many actually make it to this main.
No doubt about it. Well, here we go. We're definitely getting set here as these guys, man, are just getting warmed up, and then as soon as the warm-up's done, it shows about 5 minutes here, get everybody up into the server, get everybody going, and get everybody, man, just knocking around. We're going to have ourselves an awesome throwdown in the dirt here tonight. Volusia Speedway here for the UMP Modifieds out here, folks. And it's been an awesome race through all the heats and the B main. And now we're here at the major one here, the feature tonight. And so far looking very, very good. So let's see who is on the top side right now. Who's the fastest man? Ray, fastest guy out there right now is showing.
And Terry Ray showed some speed there in heat races, and he's now quickest on the board so far. Actually, now Jeremy Ray,
yeah,
jumps up to the top. It was Terry Gray there for a little bit, but now Jeremy Gray up top with 17.612, so the track's slickened off a lot more.
Wow. Yep. Yeah, he's definitely, these guys, man, have got some very fast times out there right now as we're just watching some of the previous times. And we got Howard Weaver down here. Howard, how you doing?
Pretty good, eating real quick before the race.
Hey,
dude,
there you go.
I need the extra weight for my car to sit down in the corners real low.
There
The dinner of champions.
He just gave a secret away right there.
I'd like to thank Wendy's. Hey, did you get the new graphics in?
Well, I believe it is. I clicked on it, so hopefully this is the right one, man.
Click the,
How will I tell?
bar. Click the standings bar up top, and I'll be able to see it.
Ah, it's black. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I like that color a little bit better too. I like the black.
A little more contrast.
Yes. Nice. There you go.
Should be a good race. I think you could even, well, there's no one really in Discord, but I was going to say during the race you can drag people down under caution and interview, but see what they're thinking about the car, but I guess there's no one in here really except for me and Tyler Gillette.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully during the Tuesday night event, there's a lot more drivers up here in the Discord, and we can actually, maybe pull them down. Maybe, like I said, while we are, I don't know if they're going to switch servers like we're doing tonight or not between those. If they do, we can bring them down here between the time and talk a little bit with them. Hopefully, a few of those guys actually do jump up in here.
Yeah, we'll be switching servers every race, so yeah, there'll be people in Discord because we'll make it pretty much a requirement.
Ah, good. As you hear, Howard Weaver and Tracy, I know you're out there listening, and she's always wondering where old the Weaver man is. He's up here in the booth right now, getting ready. He says he's trying to gain a little bit of weight to help his machine stick in the turns.
Just taking a look here at the track, it looks like turn 4 may be a trouble spot tonight. As they come off of 4, some of them hitting the wall a little bit there and flipping over. So that'll be interesting to see later on here tonight.
Well, we've heard the term potholes. I call it a dirt hole.
And I call it a rut, so there we go.
There you go. Hey, look, all right, we mix the best with the best. I will ask Howard. I don't know how much of the stuff you've been able to watch. I know you've been busy on the track, but I did take the camera angles and put them all together. So that is something y'all shouldn't see the same angle pretty much more than once throughout this whole entire race. There's just many different ones out there.
Yeah, I got to watch a little bit of the B-main and it looked really good.
Appreciate it.
Close-ups and changing every lap. I like it.
Yep. Well, I took what you did and what I had, both of them, and I put them just all together in one thing, and now it just goes through the whole list, and cool deal.
I'll tell you, this outside line's starting to come in a little bit, seeing more cars jump up to the top here in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So, again, we may see the outside come into play here later tonight.
And that proved to it also, will they be able to get the momentum coming off the turn? Because you can use that high line. Like I say, I'm coming from the oval side of things, and what I do, usually we associate that high line with momentum coming off the turn. Usually get the bike low line, you get the bike going in. As we see, like that 74 and the 99, looks like the 99 was able to utilize the high line and get around him. As the 74 machine there just tried to stay down low. But you're right. If they can get that high line going, we're going to see some awesome side-by-side racing.
Yeah, I think the key to the inside is going to be keeping your tires from spinning. The more spin you got, literally the less momentum you have off the corner. And if you can get the power down, then the inside line might be a little quicker at first, but I do think that outside line will come in to play a little later in the race.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We got about 20 seconds left here, folks. Hope you got everybody quiet. Put the cats, dogs, and if you got a gerbil, tell him be quiet too. Time to go to sleep. Tell the neighbor calm down. We're going dirt track racing at Volusia tonight here. We got the feature. Here you go. All night long, they've been battling it out to get to this spot here. And we're about a couple seconds away from some of the best that iRacing has to offer. And heck, we might have some of the best in the world here on dirt racing. We'll just have to see after the night is checkered flags out. We're getting set to go green flag racing.
Yeah, after this one tonight, someone's going to have some weak arms. These cars, again, like I said, they're a handful. They are all over the place, and it's all about keeping the power down and keeping it straight.
Absolutely. And Howard, yep, it's going to do the same thing. So I'm going to let him do the grid. As for some reason, ATVO Howard will not activate the ticker until they cross the green flag. So,
I think I have the right lineup here.
Well, I'll let you go ahead and go through the lineup for us, because the viewers out there won't be able to see anybody's name until they actually take the green flag and cross the line.
Yeah, and this lineup looks correct after the invert. So it looks like Layden Pena going to be on the pole in the 06. Howard Weaver on the outside of him in the 07. Starting third is going to be Tyler Collette. Starting fourth is going to be David Hillman. Starting in the fifth spot is going to be Jeremy Ray. Starting sixth is Kyle Rochinski. Starting seventh is going to be Tommy Dutcher. Starting in the eighth position is going to be Blake Brown. Starting ninth is Terry Gray. Starting 10th is going to be Garrett Nieberger. I think I'm pronouncing that right now. And then the 11th spot is going to be Randall Carter. Starting 12th is going to be Austin Matthews. Starting 13th is going to be Dennis Partridge. Starting 14th is Cody Olson. Starting 15th is going to be Ryan Martin. Starting 16th is Wes Kirchner. Starting 17th is Levi Poland. Starting 18th is going to be Nicholas Rochinski. Starting 19th is Caleb McLaughlin. Starting at tail of the field tonight is going to be Kyle Morris.
Well, I'll tell you what, right there you go. That's through your order here. And folks, like I say, just give it a few minutes. That thing will pop up there at the top. Just something we're going to have to try to get up with the boys who do the programming here for this, for ATVO and the broadcast stuff we do. But nonetheless, it will come up here as these guys are getting set here to tackle Volusia Speedway. Well, Blake, I tell you what, I'll let you lead them to the green here, because we got 50 laps of pure mayhem here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. David Hellman dropped to the rear of the field here in this one, so maybe taking an EOL or something. Not quite sure what happened there, but he will not be starting in that fourth spot, so the field will bump up a couple positions. But pace truck down the back straightaway here. And it's going to be Layden Pena and Howard Weaver on that front row leading to the green flag. Tyler Collette, David Hellman in the second row. And we'll see who gets the jump here off of turn 4. Pace truck is in, green is out. Pena getting an early jump here in this one over Howard Weaver. Weaver going to peek to the inside in the middle of 1 and 2. And he's going to get the power down, but he crosses it up a little bit. Pena off to the corner, retains the lead. And off into 3 and 4. Weaver going to take a peek to that inside again. It goes back to what I was saying, that outside line is a little quicker as Pena crosses the line in first.
Yeah, he does. Pena definitely got that high side working for him as Howard's trying to look on the inside in the 07. Is he going to be able to power move it? He is right there side by side with him as they are taking up a cloud of dust right now as Tyler's right on his back tailgate as they come out of the turn to complete this lap. Howard Weaver still digging on that bottom lane.
Yeah, last time across the stripe, Pena only a 1/10 of a second lead over Weaver. Now Weaver looks to the inside in the middle of 3 and 4. I don't know if he's going to have enough power to get it down. And it looks like this one's going to be a close one, but Howard Weaver takes over the lead by 1/1000th of a second that last time. It's super close racing early in this one.
Well, I tell you what, Blake, right there between the inches, he finally gets around him here and gets out front with that machine. Howard does there as he takes it over the top spot. And Pena, he's back there in the back now. He's got his hands full with the 31 of Tyler as they're going to almost take it 3 wide, but the 75 of Jeremy Ray is there in the mix. The 28 of David Heileman, he's up there in the, showing he's up there. Oh, he's back at 17, my bad.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, run the caution.
Yeah, we had a great battle up front just then. Your top 4 juking it out left and right. It was Weaver out front. The big battle was better for the second spot, Collette and Pena. And the caution came out, and it's showing Collette is going to be ahead of Pena so far.
Yep, the caution came out with a 722 there. Tommy Dutcher, I believe is how we say his last name there, but he's in the back. Well, we'll let him watch this replay here. Yeah, he just looped it right there in the middle of the track. Luckily, nobody caught him. Another car might have caught a little piece of him. But, man, just kind of got contact, looped it around the middle of the track. And nobody else really made it because what could have been disastrous back there in the back of the track.
Yeah, as the track slickens up tonight, I think you're going to see more of that. Everybody wanting to hammer down here, but sometimes hammer down is not the best way around here. And he just looped it from a little bit too much power.
No doubt. Well, these guys right now are definitely looking pretty good power-wise, as you got Howard Weaver out front. I know Tracy's jumping up and down because he's loving every minute of this. Tyler sitting in second. We got Pena right there in third spot. Jeremy Ray fourth, and Terry Gray rounds out the top five. And man, it was breathtaking what we saw just in those first 5 to 7 laps here, Blake. These guys were just, hey, that's what we thought. They were up there just knocking each other's dentures out lap after lap.
Yeah, and as predicted, that top side is going to come in. Weaver used it to kind of make the pass there a little bit. He jumped up the top side down the back straightaway and then dove to the bottom. And I think that's what it's going to take to pass here tonight.
Man, no doubt about it. And I definitely want to appreciate everybody tuning in. And we got a packed field here watching folks out there in the chat, watching live here tonight from Volusia Speedway for a preview of the Big Three, kicking it off tomorrow night for the Accelerated VLR presented by Accelerated. And it'll be live on their Facebook page. We're getting set to go back green flag racing. Did you see that man up front right there in the 07? Howard Weaver, he's got that accelerated thing, and he's about to accelerate the pedals. The pace truck's in, green flag goes, wastes no time, kicking that thing out there and gets a good jump out front as the 31 machine is on par with the 06 there. Pena's trying to stick it on the inside. Can he hold it down low, and can he make that pass?
And Pena just running out of real estate there going in turn number 3. And it's still going to be Collette in that second spot. Pena back there in third. And now back there in fourth is Jeremy Ray using that top side, as I said before. And he's going to pull up next side of Pena down the back straightaway, but I don't think he's going to have enough to make it happen. And as I'm saying this, here comes Terry Gray on the bottom.
Boy, a pass for the lead. Tyler made it look easy as he spun that thing up. But Howard Weaver stuffs the front end of his machine right up the back and pushes him out through the turn right there. And he stays out front there in that 31, Tyler does. But look at the 75. You said it. He is still committed to that high line and is throwing that 75 machine around this track of Volusia.
Yeah, give it a few laps. That 75 will be up there with the rest of the leaders. That was an amazing pass there that Collette did on Weaver, and Weaver didn't like it, and the caution is out.
Yep. All right, let's go back here, because it looks like it might have started back here kind of with the 5 machine, somewhere in the area of Cody. Oh, yeah, back there, the 19 got around the number 5 where Cody went around. We had a car, it's upside down. That's actually the 24. Let's go back a little bit further here and just see him. He actually flipped that machine, but it started up there and the 5 and the 19 got together, and the 24 just nowhere to go. I always say the door just closed up, and I just hate to see it on his. That's Ryan Martin out there. There's nowhere to go. Kind of tore up that machine out there.
Yeah, not much real estate when a wreck happens. You commit to a line and you hope it's the right one, and he didn't pick the right one that time.
Wow, no doubt, no doubt.
So far early in this race, though, it's been Collette, Weaver, and Ray up front dominating. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see that outside start to come into effect a little further back in the field and try to make some passing. I'm noticing a couple new names up there in the top 6. Austin Matthews start a little further back in the field. He's now up to 6th. So we'll see how far he can advance as they line up double file to get ready here for this restart.
Yeah, we're going back double file here, and it has been nonstop here at Volusia so far. Want to appreciate everybody tuning in and watching an awesome race. We're at lap 15 here, showing 35 to go in this one. We've had 2 lead changes so far, as these guys, man, have just definitely lap after lap after lap have, put this thing. I mean, it's just been electric. Green flag in the air.
And they get back green flag. It's going to be Collette leading them back into the corner. Now that 75 looks to the inside of Weaver in the middle of 1 and 2. And don't look like Ray's going to get it. Weaver going to get the power off the corner. And now your top 3 is Collette, Weaver, Ray. And back there in that 4th spot's Terry Gray. He's been there this whole race trying to move up through the field, but not enough room for him to make any passing. And it's still going to be Collette, your leader. But caution is out.
Yeah, and that's going to involve. I saw a machine go around right there, and I believe that's the 90. Wasn't the 99 that happened up front in front of him? I want to say it was yep, 37. My bad. Here, Randall Carter. He was up there in the middle of a 3-wide sandwich, and just got contact between him and looks like the 74 machine, and it turned him around. The next thing you know, the 74's around, and you know what I know, once an accident starts happening, it's kind of like an accordion effect. Everybody just starts sliding and banging.
Yeah, you got to remember we're on dirt. The brakes don't work very good. You just lock them up and you slide. It's like being in a mud hole and slamming the brakes. You're not going to stop. And
No.
that's just what happened there. Somebody in front of him, and he tried to save it. What nothing he could do. He was committed.
Yeah, man, and you'd hate to see it on his end, but you know, like you said, it happens. It's one of those deals. Right now, man, a very, very good run as the 75 machine is definitely up front. As you've got Howard Weaver there in second, Tyler sitting out front in the 31, the 75 of Jeremy Ray in third, Terry Gray fourth, and Austin Matthews sitting right there in fifth.
Yeah, I think they're going to get ready to go back double foul here as they come back to the line to get ready for the restart. And we're a little over a third here in this one. So a lot more great racing here to go. And they are going to line it up double foul, it looks like. So we're going back green this time.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's a very good one so far. But lap 20, we've got 30 to go. Not quite halfway in this one. And it's been a very, very exciting up front so far of these guys. Tyler, now, real quick, have you seen anything out there, Blake, that maybe you would do different as a driver?
If I was in about the middle of the pack back there, I'd be more worried about getting to the front with the way these wrecks have been happening. But we're going back green flag here, and they went single foul that time, and Tyler Collette leading them back to the green flag.
Yeah,
and
fooled us.
Yeah, thought they was going to go double again. But it is Collette out front, Weaver in second, Jeremy Ray back there still in that third spot, and he jumps up to that top side once again. Actually, it's the middle side, but we're going to call it the top.
And they come awful close to that tires right there on the inside of the groove as they come into the turn. As we're watching these guys just kick these things sideways. But you're right, the 75 Jeremy Ray still trying to utilize that top side and trying to do it. And there's another guy we haven't really talked much, the 28, David Heileman. He's back there in the 8th place spot trying to make ways. He's using the high line right now.
Yeah, he had to take an EOL here early in this race, and he's worked himself from the back. He's now up to the 8th position, so he's made a very good comeback here early in this race. And now the train goes down the front straightaway, and at 75 back to the outside. Weaver going to get the power off of turn 2, and it's still Collette, Weaver, and Ray, your top 3.
Man, and they are definitely just battling it out tooth and nail, back and forth, side by side, as you see Tyler out front trying to hold off a hard-charging Howard Weaver as he puts the nose on the inside. You said it earlier on, synchronized slides, and they're definitely synchronized. We're under yellow back here, and I believe that's going to, we got a car on top of his lid, and I think that's the 93 of Kyle. I'm going to watch and verify that here. He comes off the turn. Oh, yeah, him in the fork of contact. And it looks like he's trying to make a new racing line as he tried to run around the track on the fence.
Yeah, we're going to call that one the fence line. He's going to try to rim ride. But, hey, that's just close racing there, and they got together, and that's circumstances.
Yeah, hey, we see it all the time. Right? I mean, hey, you know what? We talk about the high line. He was going to extreme measures right there.
Yeah, I don't know if by the wall is the fastest just yet, but about that middle line, it is definitely fast.
Oh, man, I tell you, good times, good time. We got to love it. I hate it for him on his end right there. But we have seen some awesome driving out here. I mean, these guys, as close as they are, it's still just, it blows my mind and amazes me how close they are with one another and not wrecking more than what they do. I mean, they're mere inches and out there just touching each other, and they're able to hold control of these machines.
And what makes it a little bit crazier, all these guys, iRacing forces you to use the cockpit view. So they're not actually seeing the whole car like some of the games and all you see. they're actually in the car as if you was in a real car, so they can't actually see the whole right side of the car. And for them to keep it that close, it's just amazing to watch.
Yep. I agree 100% with you on that one. I tell you what, man out front, Tyler in that 31, he's been able to hold on to it so far. Howard's right there in the second spot. Jeremy Ray sitting in third. Austin's up in the fourth. Terry Gray in the fifth. And it's not over with yet. We got about 22 laps left in this one. We're at lap 28. As that pace truck is, I believe the lights is off of it. I think they're going to stay single file with us this time, Blake.
Yeah, I reckon we're going single file racing now. But pace truck pulling in, green flag's out. Collette leading them back to the green flag. Weaver with a pretty decent start there. And it looked like Jeremy Ray might have been sleeping a little bit on that start. Weaver in that 07 on the inside off of turn 2. He's going to get a little bit of a run down the back straightaway, see what he can do in turn 3 and 4.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, right there, man, Tyler wasted no time. As soon as that pace truck wasn't even hardly into pit road, he took off like a screaming demon here on the dirt. And the good battle right now, though, is back here 6th and 7th. You got the 06 machine is just beating and banging, clobbering each other with the 83 there. Caleb, I'm going to say that's Caleb McLaughlin, I believe it is.
I believe it's McLaughlin. I think that's how they pronounce it. But,
hey, like I said, we'll figure it out, man.
We got Howard Weaver now looking to the inside in the middle of 3 and 4. He's to the inside. He's going to give him a nudge off of turn 4. And Collette going to nudge him out there, but he's going to peek back to the inside here in 1 and 2. But it looks like Collette's going to shut the door on him again.
Wow, man, I'll tell you what, I saw him in the 07 of Howard. He had that thing all the way up against the side of the tires of the 31 of Tyler and did not spin him. That's some awesome car control right there. But behind him, the 75 of Jeremy Ray has been up top all race long and used that high line. Now he's on the inside. The 67 bumps him a little bit. He loses his momentum coming out of the turn. Those 3 cars up right there right now have been the class. But that 75, like you said, Blake, he has tried to use that high line and been the only one to kind of venture up towards the middle high all race long.
Yeah, I think he's the only one experimenting, and it's sort of paid off. He's made it up to the 3rd spot, and he's right behind your leaders. And Weaver now going to try that top side right there with him. Weaver going to try to get a run down the straightaway. He's got one. He's going to look to the outside in the middle of 1 and 2. And Weaver getting a run off the corner. See if he can make the pass down the back straightaway. No. He's not going to have enough to do it this time.
Man, no, he's not, but he is there. He is on the outside. Can the man in the 31, Tyler, hold him off? And my dog agrees with us.
Yeah, that time by separated by 8 1/1000ths of a second. Now Weaver getting a little loose off the corner there. He about made the pass there. And he's going to try it again off of 4. So now Weaver's took the adventure up to the top side. And he is making it work. He's there.
Man, he is with 13 to go. Bumping contact there between the 75 of Jeremy and Howard out there on the bottom. But the one thing about being up top that's leaving the door open for that 75 machine to try to stick him in there as he goes side by side for the 2nd spot. Time is running out for these guys up front, but the top 4 are right there, feet and inches upon inches of each other. And the 75 of Jeremy Ray is doing everything he can to maybe slide in or contact between the two.
Yeah, I think you're seeing desperation here in the closing laps of this one. Weaver trying to adventure out there. He realizes that bottom side keeps getting closed on. And now Jeremy Ray's going to have to deal with that inside as Weaver's on the top side. Now it looks like the 67 may try the top side. And off of turn 4, 67, not enough to do it. And Weaver now back to that 2nd spot.
Man, I tell you what, he takes the 2nd spot, drops the 75 as they make contact back in the back between the 67. They're beating and banging with each other with 10 to go here at Volusia Speedway. It is a dogfight amongst the top 4 and 5 machines.
Yeah, them battling like that, what it's caused is now Weaver and Collette have this now. So Weaver and Collette has clean track ahead of them and behind them now. So Weaver can really adventure that top side now and try to see what he can do.
No doubt about it. Well, I'll tell you what, 6th and 7th spot back here in a good battle. That's McLaughlin, or Lachlan, I'm going to say Khalib, right there in the 7th spot, excuse me on that. The 83 machine, he's putting the pressure on Kyle right there on the 6th place spot. And he's trying to utilize that high line also.
Yeah, it's good to see a multi-lane track like this. It makes for great racing, and you're seeing that right now as Weaver takes a look back to the outside once again in 1 and 2, and he just keeps he's there, but he can't make the pass happen. He's getting the power down on the bottom. Collette, that is.
Yep, Colette's down there on the bottom. He has definitely got that thing stuck and glued to the inside. But look at that high line work for Howard Weaver that time as he made it powered into the turn. Just couldn't get the bike coming off. Maybe lost a little traction up top there, but he's getting it going as he goes into the turn in the middle. It's just coming off where he's not. Usually it's the opposite way around. Usually going in's not the high line. It's coming off, but this time he might have it done for the lead.
Yeah, last time by, Weaver was your leader by 2 1/1000ths of a second. So Weaver using that top side. Collette looks like he might be getting a little loose on the bottom side, and Weaver again on the bottom. 3 1/1000ths of a second separates first and second that past time.
Man, battle up front. Howard Weaver's up top right there in the 07. Tyler in the 31 as we're coming to the closing lap. When they cross that line, will be 3 to go here as behind them the 75 of Jeremy Ray. As Howard Weaver, he took the top spot on the high lane.
Yeah, that top side. He's still running it too, but he is protecting the bottom side off the corner. He's using top side coming in and kind of shooting it down, which he doesn't do at that time, but he has been. And it's going to be Weaver, Collette, Ray, Matthews now up to that 4th spot.
Wow, what a battle up front. But look here, Tyler says not giving up yet. 2 to go here at Volusia tonight in the VLR presented by Accelerated. One of the UMP modifieds. Is it going to come across the line? Will it be the white flag as Howard Weaver's out front in this one and Tyler's right up underneath him trying to take it?
Yeah, this one's going to be a barn burner to the finish. Here comes Collette to the inside. He's going to try to pull the slider, and he gets into Weaver. Collette, you're going to come across the line. Your winner. And I believe Jeremy Ray come home in 2nd, Weaver 3rd, Matthews 4th, and Gray in 5th.
Wow, you're right. And I'm going to tell you what, I got to go back on the replay here because the 75 of Jeremy Ray did a slide job. He went up on his lid coming across the line, and we just showed the replay there. Blake, what a thriller to the end here tonight. But Tyler, he drove that thing hard in that last turn to pass Howard Weaver, and Weaver going to finish this thing off in 3rd spot. Folks, I'm going to tell you what, if that is what we're going to see come this Tuesday, hang on to your hats. And you might, like I always say, get buckled up into that recliner and get the seatbelt going. And if you do got a seatbelt in your recliner, please send me a picture because I'd like to know why. But after watching this, wow.
Yeah, as predicted, that thing come down to the wire. Last corner, last lap. Collette tried to pull the slider, but didn't have enough. But it was enough to pick up the win here tonight. And Weaver drops back to 3rd. Ray there at the end. He pulled off a gutsy move off of 4, and it paid off for him. He finished 2nd.
Yeah, no doubt. I tell you what, we do got Howard Weaver here in the speak here. Let's see if we bring him up here. We've been talking to him all night long. Let's get a talking with him again. Howard Weaver, Joe in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk after that, but I'm here.
Oh, well, my bad. Well, I'm sorry, but, that's why we brought you up here. I mean, hey, you had it out there coming to the last turn. Tyler drove that thing in there, and then here out of nowhere, the 75, and he rocketed right past you coming out of the last turn. He made contact, and he actually used, he was using the high line, but he used even a higher line to cross the start-finish line.
Yeah, Jeremy didn't do anything wrong. He just got caught up in Tyler doing whatever he was trying to do there.
Pass you on the last lap.
There's better ways, but yeah, he didn't really, I don't know. I passed him on the outside, and it was good for the people watching, I guess, for the excitement.
Oh, absolutely, man. And that's what I was just telling Blake and all the viewers out there. I hope you enjoyed this, because this is just kind of something you're going to see here starting tomorrow night, but come this Tuesday. I mean, you guys put on a tremendous show out there, Howard. I mean, definitely you can't hang your hat on that. It was exciting from the green flag to the end. I mean, how was the track out there, though?
It was pretty racy. It didn't seem like many people were going up top, but I was a lot faster than Tyler, but he was really holding down the low line, so I wouldn't have been able to pass him without really knocking him out of the way. So I had to try to go up there and fade it a little bit, and then Jeremy faded, and that let me run the line I was really wanting to run. Once I was able to do that, I caught back up to him and was able to just get around him on the outside, and should have won, but the last lap, I don't know.
Last lap was awesome.
It happens, I guess.
Yeah,
awesome, I mean, for you guys.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, and that's why I always tell people after the race. Some of the drivers always say, "Well, Joe, what'd you think?" Hey, great race. And they're like, "Well, Joe, you're on drugs. What's wrong with you?" But as a driver, we get it. We understand. The emotions run high out there, and you want to win, and definitely, have it in hand like that. But it definitely was awesome. Hey, but tonight, definitely brought it home in third. Put on a good showing out there. You got anybody out there you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, it was a good race. Volusia and the mods are always really good. So hopefully, I think that's where our opener is Wednesday in these, so it should be good. Hopefully, I'll finish normal without wrecking on the last lap. But yeah, I thank you guys for calling it, and VLR Accelerated. Jeremy Ray for painting the car. He's the one that we got together there out of 4. Farmer City Raceway, Tennessee Punch Bunch, Team Friday, Dirt Racing Connection. I don't know, there's a lot more I can't think of.
Awesome group right there, and I tell you, it's just so many people involved here. Well, Howard, as always, man, appreciate you letting us come up here, and appreciate you being out here on the track and definitely putting on a good show for these guys and gals out here to watch, and myself, Blake, up here in the booth. Let's get back down there to pit road. And Blake, I tell you, wow, that's all I got to say. I mean, after seeing excitement like that and the viewers out there watching, if you're not tired or overly excited after seeing that, then might want to get an appointment with your doctor come Monday, because you might need some medication or something's wrong.
Yeah, it can only get better. That last lap pass there, it looked like he tried to pull a slider there, but he connected there off the corner, and some cars got tore up there at the finish. But all in all, it's pretty close racing tonight. 50 laps here at Volusia, and the modifieds can be a handful, especially on a dry, slick track. But that top side, I'm glad it came in. It made for some great racing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, definitely means one thing. Well, folks, tell you what, like I say, it's kind of a preseason here to what you're going to expect from the Big 3 Series presented by VLR, and actually brought on by VLR, presented by Accelerated on their Facebook page. And definitely excited for the Accelerated guys for bringing this thing on for them and presenting it. And it's going to be an awesome show and a lot of let's bring it up, man, right now. A lot of the there you go. There's a lot of the sponsors out there that are definitely going to come out here and watch and whatnot, and the affiliates and so far. So until this Tuesday, until everybody, man, it's myself, Joe White, and Blake Mosley up here in the booth. Everyone, hey, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good night.